Hi everyone, so it's a beautiful early spring day and thought it was a perfect opportunity to come out in my new to me Land Rover Defender Wolf. So this is my second Wolf. I had one for about 2 years and sold it about 5 or 6 months ago. I just got an offer I couldn't really refuse, so I sold it. Kind of regretted it straight away. I absolutely love these. I've had lots of 110s, Defenders, non-Wolf Defenders, and these take some beating, to be honest. Anyway, I just happened to see another one advertised literally a few weeks later for what I thought was a decent price. It's in pretty good nick for the kind of car, so I immediately replaced the one I sold, which is awesome. I love this. Haven't done a lot to it, but I'll be doing some videos on it, so yeah, let me show you around. So obviously this is a 110 1997 Defender Wolf with the soft top, so I usually drive around with this part rolled up just to get some air. It's nice. You can obviously take the sides up as well. This one is quite unusual, so nearly all Wolves that I've seen have their spare wheel fixed here. There's a plate here which you can fix to. This also has a swing rear door on it. So my previous one had a flap that came down. You can come out and you could, well, you weren't meant to stand on that because it bends the back on the NATO tow hitch here. But yeah, that's what people did. So this one has a swing door because of the rear mounted spare wheel, of course, but I prefer the flap, so I don't like this as much, but it's doesn't seem to have sagged at all under the huge weight of this, which a lot of them do even without the Wolf wheels. So inside you can see what we've got. We have 4 of these folding benches, so potentially 8 seat. You can see here it's taken a bit of a battering, so I will tidy this up when I get a chance. These frames are a bit rusted, nothing too major, and then the soft top obviously fix on this frame, and these are quite rusty, so when the weather stays better for a bit longer, I'll be taking these off, just rub them down, give them a lick of paint to tidy that up. So the Wolves came out in the mid-90s. This is a 97. There's a few differences with the Wolves, so they all ran on the 300 TDI engine, despite the TD5 being available at the time, just because of the lack of electronic difficulties in the field. So the TD5 more electrically complicated, so more difficult to fix in the field, so these stuck with the 300 TDI. Other different, these were obviously the antenna mounts for the aerial. Here, this is where the pickaxe head would sit, and then you'll notice this has actually had a new bonnet. So normally you can see it's actually got all the pre-drilled holes which Wolves had. These are for the you can rivet the fixings for the tools here, so a pickaxe handle and a spade and some toe straps. So actually what I'm going to do is I will get the fitting kits and rivet these on in due course. They also had this snorkel, of course. These are PVC rather than canvas soft tops on these, which are nice. I believe they have a 70-litre fuel tank in this. Not quite sure what the 110s at the time would have had. If anyone knows, let me know. And the chassis was substantially different from the normal 110, and so were the axles. Stronger than Salisbury axles, these. And I find that it's probably the extra weight I find makes them ride a bit differently from a normal Defender. See here the chassis, I've had a bit of a tidy of this bit. It's in pretty good nick. There's surface rust. The places that go on these are obviously the outriggers. Other places these get rust to the door bottoms. These are absolutely fine, all perfect. And then the rear cross member is a real problem on Defenders. Under here, and it just rusts away. You can see I've got a bit of bubbling. Also on these Wolves, obviously you've got the NATO tow hitch and a 24-volt socket, so all Wolves are on 24-volt system. So the Wolves had jerry can holders each side, very distinctive. So you can strap a jerry can in here, fasten there. Distinctive shape. Obviously these are bigger than the previous military ones that which didn't have this kind of funny shape. Obviously that's just to house the jerry can. They got a system of upgrades called the Remus upgrade, which put in this front roll cage, which incidentally isn't bolted to the chassis, so how much good it does I don't know. 30 kilograms worth of this acoustic matting, so really thick stuff. Footwells on these are really good, another place that gets a lot of rust in Defenders. So a tiny bit here, again I'll clean these up later, probably in the summer. So other differences with these inside, this obviously has a map light. This has a broken switch you can see here, so this bit has been broken, which is annoying because these are ridiculously expensive to replace. But one of the big differences with a military Land Rover is these lights, so you can have the lights on convoy, which lights a convoy under the over the rear diff to reflect so that you can't be seen from overhead, and side lights with convoy, and then the other way you've got the kind of normal lights, headlights, full and side. So you can see this rear diff is painted white on the Wolf. My last one had one, but this one doesn't seem to have the bulb above the diff, which when you put it in convoy mode would light it up enough for people following to see. As standard, the Wolves have a steering guard, quite a lot of heavy duty protection there, so that's good. Quickly show you under the bonnet. So as I said, 300 TDI engine. You can see actually that this one, the duck egg green, indicates that it's a rebuilt engine by the Army. I believe they also put a new clutch in at the same time. So they always put a plate on so you can see, I'm not sure if this will come out on the camera, but you can see that this is rebuilt in 2018, so it's a practically new engine. One thing I didn't say is this has only done just over 5,000 miles, which is crazy low mileage. Some of these did just sit around not doing very much. This came with the R380 gearbox as standard, obviously. A couple of things that need doing. The diff lock sensor seems to be broken, so I need to fix that. I'm in the process of having a look at that. We'll be doing a trip, some green laning, probably in a month or so, so I'll post some videos of that as I get some off-road use out of it. If you like this kind of car, want to follow what I'm doing with it, please do consider subscribing. I've also got a Series 3 109 ex-military vehicle, which I'll continue to do some videos on. Go and see those if you like, and a Series 2 as well. Obviously very noisy. I don't know if you can hear the window rattle over everything else that's going on, but yeah, they're not the client of this car.